I have a question for you.
Okay.
We always start this way, I guess. No, do you remember like 4 or 5 years ago when, and this is going to be real controversial for some people. What? Yeah, 4 years ago at least, maybe three, when you came over and you were like, "Let's bike ride," like the day before my birthday party. Do you remember that?
I mean, I remember coming over. I didn't remember the date of your before your birthday.
Yes, because hey, because it's funny because you were like, "If you don't come to this bike ride, I'm not coming to your party."
That sounds like something I'd say.
I was like, "What the fuck?" All right, which made it way funnier, but also I was like, when we were riding bikes, you're like, take the lead, take the lead. You're like, you know this.
Oh, because it was your hood.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I was tripping that night on psychedelics, and I'm like, just enjoying my night. And you're over here like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to trip alone here. First of all, I was crying because the fact that you were like saying take the lead is like, I don't know if I can take anything right now because I'm going through the motions. I was crying that night, by the way. Like literally crying like the next day. I was like, he literally didn't even realize I was just in my own little world. Like couldn't even I couldn't even decipher how far you guys were away from me, by the way. And you were like, I brought you a bike. I was like, what's going like it made it way worse than it should have been better. I was like, what is going on right now?
All right, so I'm gonna hit you with a catchphrase that I learned last week.
Okay.
Oh, that's just Rico.
Oh, that's just Rico.
um, no.
And you
So
well, you probably even didn't even know. Like it probably didn't even like strike with you because I was by that time I was already starting to come not even down, just not at a height.
well, yeah, I must say this was 4 or 5 years ago. I actually
Yeah,
remember that, and I remember I brought a bike to
yeah.
you. But why didn't you just say something then? Why are you waiting 4 or 5 years to be like, hey, by the way, I was
You
tripping?
you never knew because this is material for the podcast. By the way, welcome to the Half Brother Experience podcast. My brother,
Xavier and my brother.
Rico Classic or Classic Rico. It's up to you.
Well, that's an interesting way to start episode two.
I thought about that like literally when we first started talking about this podcast. It's like, oh, I'm not telling this. I'm saving it for the pod.
Well, let me stop you. Because last week I got you something, and this week I'm kidding. I
I was gonna say there ain't no way. Because here's the problem: is I literally was like, I should get him something, but I was like, nah. I was like, I'll wait. I was like, I'll wait for something good to happen and like really catch him off surprise. Because it was like we just do it back and forth 2 weeks in a straight. Like literally, I was out shopping yesterday, just buying stuff because sometimes you have you have to have a little therapy shopping in life. It makes you feel a little better when you're like, either down or when you're just like I'm slumped. Like go to the store, buy you something nice. I promise, it'll make you happy. It really will. Sound advice.
Some advice from Rico Classic
Hmm.
therapy shopping.
But yeah, so I was out shopping and I was like, damn, I should get him something. I was like, no, because he'll see it coming. I was like, I gotta hold off. I was like, I
Mm.
gotta give it a time where he's just like, boom, and he's just like, what? Because if I do it too soon, he'll notice.
Yeah, I actually am not gonna lie myself.
Hmm.
I was thinking about getting you something else. I was like looking at Amazon. I was like,
Looking on
I said,
Amazon.
let me get this guy something else. I said, nope, nope. I already got him episode one, and he didn't see it coming.
I would
So
have not seen
genuine.
it coming again. Like,
And I was like, what if I joke about, hey, I got you something? Because then he was like, no, you didn't, because I knew that you would probably have that same thought to maybe give me something. But I was like, not psych, gotcha.
not psych.
But
Yeah.
maybe episode 4 or 5. I don't know. I'm gonna
Mm,
keep you on your toes though.
you got to.
So how are you feeling after episode one? It's been a full week.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I feel like, from everything you got more feedback than I did, but I've also had a busy week without people that I know. So
Yeah. Well,
di-
you
diff-
mentioned off camera that you had a busy week, so you really haven't had a lot of time to talk with colleagues or friends
yes,
to get any
yes,
feedback.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
it's been a little different, but yeah, but you got better feedback than I did.
yeah, I got some feedback, which was great.
Yeah.
So like I had mentioned off camera,
Uh huh.
so I had sent the episode to my pop
Yeah.
down in El
Yeah.
Paso. You've never met him yet.
Shout outs to your pop.
Shout out to my pop. Uh, but we talk. Obviously, you're my brother, so he knows a lot about you. When I
Yeah.
talk about you or just family in general, you're a big topic. So
Yeah.
he watched the episode and he said it was nice to meet you. He felt like he finally got to meet you And I thought that was a
That
cool
that
compliment.
that is really cool. That is
So
really cool.
then my colleague at work, TB, shout out to my boy TB,
Shout out to TB.
and he said the same thing. He felt like he met you
Yeah.
and he thought you were really cool. And
Yeah.
I felt like that's great to hear some feedback from, well, I thought was super cool about it. Like I told you off camera, is you know, two different generations. TB's in his late 20s, my pop's in his late 60s.
Yeah.
For them to have basically the same.
Yeah, like idea of like, oh, this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that was great, and I couldn't wait to tell you that because I'm like, that's some feedback that I definitely want to share with my brother.
For sure.
For two people, I mean, I would hope, one day you'll get the opportunity to meet my pop because that's something that he wants.
Absolutely.
And maybe we'll just happen to be out and we run into my coworker,
Facts.
and then he can meet you as well.
Facts.
So I thought that was pretty cool that they both genuinely felt like they were meeting you.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So good job,
No,
man.
thanks, man. I tried.
I just met him too.
That's half true.
Yeah, but and then we're getting some engagement. So
Uh-huh.
thank you for everybody who's seen our content on TikTok or Instagram, some of the clips that we
Yes.
put up, and you guys are hearting it and stuff like that. So we really are,
The hearts do matter, by the way. That's how we keep pumping.
that's how we do it, right?
Yeah.
Or they
No,
do it
they
like
do.
this,
Yeah,
and they,
different now.
I don't know. I can't keep up
I
with
can't
it.
either.
Almost
I
like
think
I
it's
was throwing
like,
up gang signs.
there you go. Yeah, it looks like a gang. That's how the girls do it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
All right.
something like that.
Hey, we'll figure it out. We're work in progress. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I wanted to kind of go back in time again.
Okay.
This week.
Is that what they did in Wayne's World?
Wayne's World, party time, excellent.
Jesus.
God, clip that. Clip that.
Mike Myers
Mike
and not
Myers.
Michael Myers.
No, don't get them confused. Two different categories. But I wanted to go back a little bit. And last week you had, mentioned a lot of your childhood memories and
Yeah.
one of the homes we lived in
Yeah.
the Lexington house. And like I said, you were 5.
Yeah.
So like 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And I just want to talk about that a little bit this week as well. So again, I know we kind of went left, right.
Oh, yeah.
And we brought things
We are a
that people
shaker
are
and
probably like,
movers. Absolutely.
oh man, I can't wait to hear maybe more about that story. So
Right.
I just wanted to kind of circle back on that, and you tell me what you remember in those days. Like, what are some memories that stick with you from that house, or just that time we were there? And definitely tell me about, the accident.
Oh, we had 2 accidents in the house.
Well, the big one that had us all.
Hey, they were all both pretty big. I remember you were fierce about the second one. The first one, everybody was worried.
Yeah.
But okay. Hold on. Let's strangely talk about the house setup. Okay.
Go for it.
Me and you shared a room, which was a decent sized room for like a flat.
We all 3 shared the room, actually.
Janie had another room though.
Not,
did?
Not in the Lexington house. It was technically only a 2-bedroom, but it was pretty big. And that bedroom that we shared was massive. So we technically all shared it.
Okay, so
you didn't always sleep
no,
in the
I
room.
I
though.
slept with my mom and dad.
Or
I'll
even
admit it.
or you're just the kid. You were the kid who
Yeah.
didn't
Well,
mind
'cause-
sleeping on the
'cause
couch. Honestly,
they slept on the middle, like like it was like a dining room.
I
You
think
remember
you're
that?
confused. So the Lexington house had a pretty big living room, dining room,
Yeah,
and the bathroom was in the middle between both the bedrooms.
I remember that.
Yeah. So
And okay, so refresh me if I'm wrong. There was a back room we would play the game on, the Genesis.
it wasn't very big.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a big room, but I remember because this is the most random thing to remember. I remember we would play Streets of Rage in there.
That's a random memory.
That's how.
Alright.
That's what I remember about the room is
Okay.
us playing Streets of Rage. Because mom kind of set up the front room 2 different ways at one point. At one point we had the TV near the door where
Mhm.
then the other. At some point I know that she changed it to the other side of the room, the opposite of where that door was.
Yeah.
So like on the same side of the door than me.
Yeah.
So and I remember playing Sonic specifically, and this is a stupid thing to remember, but in my head I was like, man, I wonder if like the president's playing with me. I don't know what. As a child, I was like, maybe Bill Clinton's playing with me. No reason, no rhyme. I think mom just kept us too hip with stuff like that. So I don't know, but I like in my head, that's like a core memory.
All right.
Sounds horrible, I know, but hey, it's just really funny. What do you remember about that house outside of the? We'll talk about the two things in a minute, but I want to know what you thought of the house.
Oh,
And
I remember. Obviously, it was not a long stint, right?
yeah, it's like a year.
I do remember there was we had neighbors above us
Yeah,
eventually, and I can't remember the kid's name. He was a couple years older than me.
yeah, you guys really kicked it off. You
Yeah,
guys
we were
really liked
cool.
each other. Yeah,
I think for the most part until the end, I don't know, like we didn't have any issues or anything, but I think it's just because he was a couple years older
yeah,
that maybe kind of felt like he was started to maybe mature a little bit more
yeah,
because I
yeah,
was
yeah.
only like 11,
Yeah, because
11,
kids have been like 15, 16.
yeah, maybe 11 or 12
Mm-hmm.
at the time. And he was taking karate. I remember I thought that was so cool.
Yeah,
Um he would go. I actually went with him once or twice just to watch him,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I was like,
I
"Oh,
did not
this
know
is
that,
cool."
by the
Yeah,
way.
I did. And it was cool, but I was already so involved with playing baseball,
Yeah,
so that was my thing. But yeah, I remember the house. Um, Mom used to make migas for us every Saturday. You probably don't
yes,
remember
I
that.
do
I
remember
look
that.
forward to Saturdays, and
Yeah,
I used to love. I mean, I still do to this day. I don't eat it very
yeah,
often, but
but you still love them.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was something mom always, I felt like that was her thing, Saturdays, making migas and hanging out in the house a little bit, trying not to get in too much trouble, playing around,
yeah, yeah,
throwing the ball outside. Janie was playing baseball at that time. She was
yes.
learning, but yeah, no, it was short lived though. That house was short lived, and then of course the thing that sticks with me the most is that frantic day
Ooh,
you had your accident, man.
we'll talk about the accident first, and we'll talk about the other incident. You're
Sure.
you're gonna be like, oh yeah, fucking remember that, and then you're gonna get all enraged. Um,
So talk about the accident, man. The one I am
yes,
talking about.
the one you remember. My hands. I
Yeah.
was riding my bike. That bike was bad luck for me. I don't know why, but getting it from the store, they were like, "Yeah, we'll let you drive it, like to the fucking car." Didn't know how to brake, so it was instantly bad luck. I remember falling off it literally first time I've been on it, and riding my bike. Who knows? Fucking being an idiot. Walking up the stairs. I was clumsy. Still am, but not as clumsy. I've gotten better at being clumsy, but I was very clumsy as a kid, as you know. That this is one of my great traits. Uh, it's what makes me cute. Um,
Sure.
but so I was clumsy. So I was just going up the stairs. Next thing I know, the mat. I don't know what the hell. I, if I were to be honest, I think I got my foot stuck under the mat. And at forever, I was like, "Oh, I fell on the mat."
No.
No, I think it was underneath when I was walking up because I think I might have had my chanclas on. Or
Yes.
like, so I think the bottom
Yeah, like
part.
some sandals or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
yeah. So it got stuck. I think underneath, went straight through the window. And here's the best thing about this though is I didn't cut my face up. I just cut my hands up. Well, not even my hands, just this hand
Yeah.
specifically. I still have the scars to this day,
Yeah.
which my hand was like flopped over. It was it was like halfway there.
Yeah. It was crazy because if you remember, I was like pretty much near the door when you tripped over
Okay.
the doormat.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah. So basically, he was riding his bike in front of the house and he needed to come in for something. Maybe he was thirsty, or maybe you just wanted to see what we were up to.
Yeah.
I don't really remember the reason.
Yeah.
He was accurate. So he came up the stairs and we had like a doormat like most people do have outside their home.
Correct.
And he must have just clipped it or something. And he came in, he was going to fall pretty much, and he went hands first through the glass sheet on the screen door.
Yes.
And
Like a movie.
it was crazy. So he sliced up his fingers and piece of his hand.
Yes. Yes.
He's 5 years old, mind you, and instantly
Five and a half.
just bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, I think so.
Bro, respect. One, he's 5. You took it like a champ.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. For the most
He
part.
wasn't panicking. He wasn't even like
If anything, I still remember this day. I was more worried about my bike for some reason.
he was.
Yeah.
And you beat me to that
Yeah.
punchline. He's worried about the freaking bike that he left out on the
Yeah,
sidewalk.
yeah, yeah,
Mom is frantic,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
She's just trying to
Yeah,
wrap
'cause
your
she was
hand.
already pregnant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's wrapping your hand, trying to get you
yeah,
taken care of, so
yeah, yeah.
we can go to emergency.
Right.
And I didn't get to go with you, so Janie and I stayed home.
Yeah.
She took you,
Well,
and
her and what you call it, met us there, and
yeah.
Jessica.
So I remember her coming home, and obviously you're stitched up,
Yep.
you're home, and she's like, "This kid." They gave you shots to numb you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You took it like a G. Like
yeah,
she was like, you were so good
yeah,
in a situation where she's frantic,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and all she could do was admire your strength and your will to stay calm and letting the doctor or nurses look at you, treat you, give you shots,
Right.
stitch you up.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this little homie he's legit. And bro, you were back on the bike,
Yeah. It makes sense.
and
All I
that's
remember is
crazy.
the thing that sucked is I couldn't get my hand wet. So when I take a shower or baths, because we didn't have a shower, take baths, I always had been like, everything was always like this. Like, fuck, man. Because, your stitches will open up if any water hits it. So I was like, man. All right. Do you remember the other incident?
No, tell me the other story.
You don't remember when I got jumped in the backyard by the
No,
kid? You don't remember this?
not at all.
Oh my gosh, Janie remembers this. I'm
Where was I
pretty
at?
you might have been at baseball, but when you got home, you and the upstairs neighbor kid were fucking live it.
So what happened?
They jumped the gate because I was
Well,
in the backyard.
you were just because you were.
Yeah, because do you remember? Do you not remember those kids?
I
They,
don't.
they were like the kids like across like the backside though, and I don't know why. Who knows? But we didn't like them, and they didn't like us.
Interesting.
Damn.
So you got beat up,
Yeah, I got jumped
and
in the
I didn't do
backyard.
anything about it.
I don't know what you guys
I'm
did.
fired as a big brother.
Oh,
I'm so
but it,
disappointed in myself right
but you,
now.
I don't think you were there either though. But it was just it
It
was
doesn't matter.
yeah. But you were mad, and then the kid upstairs was mad. I remember because he was like, he's like, I'm going over there right now, and yada yada. He was like about to go off, and I don't know. It was a weird situation, bro. And I remember it all stemmed because what happened was my friend, like the two younger boys that lived next door, I used to hang out with.
Mhm.
I don't know if you remember them or not. I don't remember them by name, but
Sure.
they were two brothers.
Okay.
They were close to my age though. They were like in the middle of you, in the middle of my age. So
Okay.
you didn't really hang out with them, but I did. But they started being friends. Once they started being friends, they were in their backyard and they jumped their gate. I was like, what the fuck? It was a weird. Like, I just remember. I can't like I remember them jumping the gate, but I just remember I did cry then because I was like in the house just crying like I don't even remember what happened, but
I'm
it,
crying inside right now because all I can think about is the people that watch this episode. They're like, "Your big brother, you failed. You didn't even get no vengeance on your little brother. Got jumped and he
No,
was 5."
honestly, I don't even remember. I don't even remember like I just remember you being really mad, Janie being really mad, and then the upstairs neighbor being really mad at the
Being
time.
really mad doesn't give you justice.
No. Hey, angry.
God, man. You know, we're just gonna edit this part out. Nobody's gonna know this story,
I
and
know.
we're gonna keep it moving.
It's gonna be like
Right.
next
Like, what happened? That doesn't even seem like
It
that.
got cut.
They edit the shit out of that episode. Well, no, man, I didn't remember that at all. Thank you for sharing, though.
Yeah.
Seriously, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit bothered that I didn't defend you. I just don't remember
You weren't
that.
there. You weren't there. But I'm pretty sure, like I said, I think you were at baseball, so it wasn't even like at the time. Like, who knows what happened afterwards? That's the part I remember.
Sure.
Because you were livid,
Yeah.
so it wasn't like you were just like, oh, whatever. Like I remember you being mad, so clearly, like, and I remember because I don't even remember why we had beef with them, but we just had beef with the kids from across the street.
Sometimes
Like,
it
not
goes
even
that
street,
way.
the alley, like because for people that don't live in Detroit, the way Detroit alleys work is there's no gate. If you're in the suburbs, there's gate, and then there's one next place to the other. If you're in Detroit, there's actual alleyways where one side separated from the other. And typically, back when we were younger, we always hung out in the backyard. So,
True.
not like kids today. They hang out in their bedrooms.
That's it. No,
But-
man. Good stuff though. Like
Yeah.
I said, I didn't remember that at all.
Yeah.
It felt like it just heard it for the first time, to be honest with you.
Really?
Swear. So
Yeah. Yeah, me and Janie used to joke about it. So that was one of Nick's favorite stories for some reason.
That is so random. That's all right. Well, what else can you tell me about your time in that house other than you getting jumped? Obviously, the
Oh,
accident.
Roger coming over, cousin Roger.
Really?
Yeah, like that was because that was the first time I've ever met him. And he came over and stayed with us for like almost a week.
I don't remember that either.
Really? So originally he went to Aunt Jessica's house.
Of course.
Then he decided to come over our house, and he was there for like a week almost. Him and Nick.
Yeah, whenever he would come down,
Yeah.
he would stay for a while. It wasn't
Yeah.
like just a weekend thing
No,
because
yeah.
obviously, that's a drive in
it's a
itself.
hike, yeah.
So, coming down, he would always stay for. It was always a nice little time. So.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I like. To this day, that's how I remember Rogers
All right.
being that teenager coming to our house, like hanging out and then spending the night. And
Yeah.
because I always was like, oh yeah, Roger's cool.
Yeah.
Like, that was like my introduction to Roger. So that's what I remember mainly about him, like up until like reintroduction as an adult.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
So yeah, that is one thing. Do you remember him coming over our house?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he would come down often, like
Yeah.
summers, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
and spend a lot of time down here. So it was always a joy to see him and
Yeah.
hang with him, and definitely big brother vibes.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah, for sure.
protector.
Oh yeah.
Super sweet.
Yeah.
So a lot of love for
Yeah. He was always a good
them
kid.
now, respectfully.
Oh yeah,
the
yeah. For sure.
transition, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, I get that. So
Yeah. They were always sweet. You're correct.
thank
So.
you for letting me know how I'm correct.
Pause. Clip it.
Clip this. I do want to say, because obviously I can remember everything from you being little to you growing into your teen years and
Yeah.
you becoming a young man, and now you're clearly a full blown adult.
Gray hair and all.
You were such a cute kid.
Aw. What are you gonna
What
say
the
next?
heck happened?
I knew you were gonna say that.
No. You grew to be a good looking man.
Thanks,
But
man.
sometimes
Hey. Okay, I got a quick question. I know,
Okay.
and this is where I'm changing the subject for a few seconds. When you were like younger, were you like, damn, like, were you ever insecure about being like looks like you're like, oh, I'm not that good looking?
I think everybody feels that.
Yeah. Okay. So, because like when I was like, even when I was real skinny too, like man, I'm just. But here's my thing, and I'm gonna say something.
Clip this.
Clip this. My brother was always good looking, so it
So
always,
are you saying you weren't?
in my head, yeah, I was like, damn, this guy's just good looking. I was like, damn, he's athletic and good looking. So I always felt like I was in his shadow with both those things.
Oh,
Yeah, for real. That's a real thing. So as a kid, I was like, I'm not that cute. So it kind of I didn't grow into my confidence until I was like 17, 18. And then at that point, it's too late.
no. I mean, to answer your question, yeah,
Yeah.
I think everyone feels like that.
Yeah.
I felt like that. I think often. I think too, because you just don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
until maybe
You get older
you
and
start getting you're attracted to the opposite
yeah,
sex.
yeah.
And then I think that's where you kind of start figuring out if you are attractive
Or if you aren't.
or
Yeah,
if you're
absolutely.
not.
You get away
Uh,
with way more if you are. By the way.
And I
I
think,
hate to say that.
for me, and it's probably for you as well. I don't know, but
What's that?
mom was very much a cheerleader of mine.
Yes, I
Oh,
think that's the thing.
he's
And
so cute.
not to say she wasn't a cheerleader of mine, but like at least the way mom looked at me and looked at you were two different ways. Like she looked at you like you had like because her friends liked you. So a lot of times, I know.
We're gonna talk about that.
But it was just like you had more of like then you grew into like being tall and all this other like there was things on top like there was layers on this. But me, I was always like, oh, he's a cute little kid. Like even like when we were especially when we were younger and you were growing up, like I always felt like at the parties people were like, oh, look how big Kiko's getting. Oh, like it would always be like you, but I'd be like, they're like, oh yeah, there's Rico. He's a cute kid. You see what I'm saying though?
You got to understand though, bro. The we're 7 years apart
Oh,
in
I'm well
age.
aware. I'm well aware. That's what.
So
Well, that
you're
hey,
you're you
that
can't
that's
compare.
oh,
If you're 10 and I'm 17, you can't
but that's the
compare it,
problem,
bro.
right? That's the,
You can't compare it.
that's
There's no comparison,
yeah, yeah.
bro.
But when you're younger, you're my brother, so it's not like I could. I even like not until we got older that I was like, oh, we're almost like a decade apart. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't hit you when you're like living in the same household with somebody, you know?
Yeah, but you can't put that kind of pressure on yourself at like 10, 11,
Oh well,
12
hey,
when I'm
well,
I'm in a different
oh,
league, bro.
I'm well aware. Well, I did because I couldn't help it because we were brothers, you know.
Well, I mean, again, I used to always think you were a super cute kid.
Thanks,
I
man.
never felt like I was a
Well,
super cute kid.
see, well, okay, so
You know what I'm
we're not
saying?
that different. Well, here's the two. The thing is, though, and you probably think this too. You look back on pictures like, damn, actually, I was better looking than I remember. Maybe I
Not at
was just
all. Not at all. I don't have that at all. I
nah,
swear. I'm
no
like,
way.
damn, mom. When's the last time I get a haircut? Like
I,
every photo I see as a kid, I had the craziest hair, bro.
I'll
Like
say this:
wasn't maintained at all.
I definitely should have been raised in the suburbs versus raised in Detroit because I just like even like the way I look because like I look at pictures, I'm like, damn, I look like a suburban kid even like back then. Like I was in the wrong place for sure up until we got older.
I mean, again, I think it's a generation thing. I think you came up in a different time,
Yeah,
especially for you. Like you were such a different type of kid.
yeah,
I mean, you were sweet.
yeah.
You had your moments where you could be funny. You
Always
had clip this. Uh,
clip it.
you had your moments where you could be annoying because that's what little brothers do as well.
Always
But
clip
also,
this.
like you went through this phase where you kind of like went antisocial almost for like a year or two. Like you
Yeah,
really didn't want to go outside. You
yeah,
didn't really care about riding your bike. You didn't really care about playing. You were, I think, already introduced to like the video game world. So you
yeah, yeah.
you were like really
I was deep.
deep into like spend a lot of time in your bedroom.
Yeah.
And then you went through this little, and every kid does the chunky stage where
Oh yeah.
you just
I
it, you got chunky.
Here's the issues. I think mentally I got stuck there. Like I got stuck being a fat kid. So not only did I not think I was handsome, but I also thought I was fat until fucking I was like 18 or 19 and realized, oh, I'm not fat. I'm just
No, I mean you went through your chunky stage for like a year and a half. But
yeah,
that's so normal. Like
yeah, yeah,
that's a part of the.
yeah.
I'm about to get into my teenage years, and then you're gonna shoot up and thin out,
Right.
and you did. You
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
up at 12 years old.
yeah.
You pretty much been the same height since you were
I
12.
rooted out and shoot out.
Yeah, you got
The
a size five
same
and a
size
half.
shoe.
Was it 5.5, 6?
These are 7.5. Thank you very much. No, they're 11s. I wear 11s. Thank
Yeah,
you.
but no, man. I think that's thinking back and just watching your childhood and going into your early teens and um you know yeah you were definitely a cute kid and I think you grew up to be a good looking man.
Thanks,
So
man. You too.
ah,
Beautiful.
I think I still battle with some things, but
I told him one time, and
oh, he's gonna
he's
say
gonna
it.
love this.
No, I already knew you were gonna talk about this eventually.
'Cause
I already knew you were gonna
it
bring this up.
bothered him. Because it's still bothering him. Look at him getting
I can
embarrassed.
because you're gonna say what I think
If he
you're
wasn't
saying.
my brother, I'd kiss him.
God damn it, man.
Don't worry. If he dies first, I'm definitely kissing him.
All right, so to give you some more content, we're out having a good time.
I don't even think we were out.
Well,
I
we
think,
were.
where were we?
I don't remember where we're at. We're just out
I
having a
thought
good
we were
time.
at your house. I thought it was me, you, and Nick, and you and
No,
Nick were like,
no,
what the
no,
fuck?
no. It was definitely not that intimate because that would have been even weirder. I'm like, bro, that's even weirder. So no, we're out having a good time, and my brother just being who he is, bless his
Mhm.
heart. I don't even know where it came from either. We weren't talking about anything that could even trigger that to you. All I know
This
is
is my life.
he bold faced like just looked with a passion too, like in my eyes. He's like,
It's like looking in the mirror. What
he's
can
like,
I say?
if you weren't my brother, I'd make out with you.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You, bro.
what? Like,
We look alike. What do you want me to do?
so you want to kiss yourself?
Sometimes, man. I was like, I wonder what this experience is like.
There's a mirror.
You're not just like it's a mirror to mirror contact. Come on.
All right, so this is gonna be slightly off topic. It's gonna be slightly off topic, but just because I said you can kiss the mirror,
Yeah.
Did you ever like kiss your hand to practice to actually learn how to kiss?
No,
So
no.
how did you learn how to kiss? You just
Oh,
went
I just
in,
started making out with girls.
but you couldn't have been good at it by any means.
Oh, I was bad up until like I
Last
think
week.
like yeah, last week. Yeah, no, like I don't. I had a consistent girlfriend from 16, so 16 to I don't know 18 or 19. So everything I learned it with her. I never kissed a girl before that. I'll admit it. Um, so yeah,
All right, that's fair.
everything I learned was from her. It's funny because I had a girlfriend like when I was like 13, but it was just like you know
Who?
some Jessica girl. I don't know her. She went to Earhart with me and she liked me and I was like sure.
You were
And
like, sure. And you
yeah,
never talked to them on the phone because we have phones in those days.
yeah, I did. I talked on our house phone like twice, but she's like Mexican, so she's like Enrique, Enrique, and I fucking hate that name. So
You just said your government name on episode 2
ah,
twice.
we're gonna bleep it out. We'll
One more time. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
it'll come out.
Oh, Jesus. Well, there you have it.
Yeah, gave it away. If you
You,
didn't know, now you know.
well, I didn't hear it.
Anyways, but yeah, so she used to say it, and I just annoy the shit out of me.
All
And
right.
but yeah, so yeah, that was my first girlfriend. But then I dated Robin. Shout outs to Robin. Hopefully you never watch this. And then yeah, that's where I learned everything. You know?
Robin.
Yeah.
I remember her.
She took away my innocence, I would say.
You got to take responsibility
Nope.
and own your actions.
Mm-mm. I still played with action figures until I was almost 16. I loved video games. Not to say I didn't love video games afterwards. I just had way more going on mentally with like the anatomy than I was with holding a controller. So, yeah,
As you should.
it ruined it. I could have waited till I was 21 or marriage like last week.
You got married?
I wish. No, I'm saying like because I told you I was like
Oh,
about like I wanted to wait until marriage. I still had that thought in my head, and then she kind of ruined it. She ruined all that for me.
but you stayed with her for a couple years.
Yeah, we got engaged. I don't know if you knew that part,
I
but
didn't. I'm learning something every episode.
yeah.
All right. Well, since we're on the topic,
Then I broke up with her,
Jesus,
of course.
of your first really serious relationship was her.
Mm-hmm.
You're with her for 3 years or so.
Yeah, 3 years.
Um,
Pretty much on the whole time. I think we were off.
but you
for a
got
little while.
engaged. I didn't know you got engaged. Jared.
Really?
I swear.
Yeah. You were also busy at that time. You had
There you
kids
go.
and-
It's making me look like a
Listen.
horrible,
No,
horrible
no,
big
no.
brother on episode 2.
You were just busy. You're a busy guy. We lived like 3 cities away. Like don't roll your eyes at that. That's the truth.
That's no excuse.
'Cause when, yeah, because you were in probably Southgate. So, anyways, but yeah, no, it wasn't that big of a deal. Just dating.
All right. Well, you learned from her.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
She has a bit more experience.
so
She was a virgin though, so we were both virgins, but she was a bit more experienced with other things.
oh, just like affection wise and stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
So she kind of like broke that for you.
Yeah, she groomed me.
Like holding hands, hugging.
Yeah, she groomed me because she was 17 and I was 16. So just remember that for the
Relax,
cameras.
Relax, relax, relax.
Throwing out keywords, groomed.
Yeah, she was a sweet girl. I mean,
Yeah, she was
obviously, I
nice.
didn't get too deep into your guys'
She-
relationship,
yeah,
but you
she-
guys used to come to my place.
No,
and
for sure. She was
hang
really
out.
nice. She had a troubled home, which and again maybe it's because we didn't come from the best home. It didn't bother me that she had a
Sure.
troubled home. So I was like, oh, her dad really always liked me. Her dad still likes me to this day. If I see him, he's always got nothing but good things to say to me. Her mom always liked me. We had a good relationship up until closer to the end, and things just got a little weird. For things I won't say on the podcast, but yeah, we had a decent relationship. Just teenage shit,
Sure.
and yeah, then which is kind of funny. I'll tell you, which I'm sure you've done this. We both have done this. Like I've tried hanging out with her years after, even like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Just there ain't nothing there. There's nothing in common. It's just like, all right, you're cool, but we're not like meant like we're meant to have conversations every once in a great while, and that's it.
So it's not like it's kind of like if you see each other in public, it's like a hey, how you doing kind of thing, but
Yeah.
not like I'm gonna we're gonna hang out. That's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I hope
No,
I kind of hope all is well, and
yeah,
it's nice to see you and kind of things like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Keep it short.
110%. So it's like we tend to, like, if I see her, if I talk to her, cool.
Yeah,
If I don't, cool too.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
I always help the best. I hope the best for everybody I've
Sure.
ever dated. No reason, I'm very diplomatic anyway. So, but yeah, she's cool, and she's got a child, and I think her and Isaac are the same exact age. So it's not like, like I said, she's great, but she's living her life. I'm living my life, and
Yeah, no, but that's shout out to her because
yeah.
at the end of the day, she's a piece of a chapter in
Oh yeah,
your journey, right?
absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
we talked about that last week about
Yeah,
certain people are just meant to be in your life at some point or another, and she
absolutely.
was. So,
Yeah,
yeah. So nothing but
she's cause and effect. She's definitely cause
like I
and
said,
effect.
shout out to her, and yeah, that's awesome, man. So we respect everybody,
Yeah,
and to your point, I feel the same way, and I think I said that last week. Is
yeah,
I want I want everyone to be good. I want everyone to you know thrive. Um, I don't have hate for anybody.
yeah. Absolutely
In my
not.
heart for people, there's a small handful of people maybe I just don't care for.
A-
But
That's
but
normal.
even them,
That's
like
life.
I wish them well.
Yeah,
I hope their families are well.
yeah. That's life.
I want everybody to eat.
Yeah,
Some people are just not allowed to eat at my table, and there's
absolutely,
nothing wrong with that, right?
absolutely.
And I'm sure I might not be for everybody, and that's cool
Yeah,
too.
no, that's life.
That's just the way it
Yeah,
goes.
that
And
is life.
if I see you in the streets, I still give you a nod, and
Yeah.
I hope
Hey, how
everything's
are you?
good for you.
Hope you're well.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I don't have no issues with anybody.
No,
If
no,
someone has an
I'm
issue with
with you.
me, then we could talk it out, or you can feel how you feel. Like at the end of the day, I'm still gonna do me.
Yeah,
So
it's not going to change life.
no,
Yeah, it's
so
not
I
changing life.
always, yeah, I got love for everybody.
No,
You know,
I'm the exact same way. Hey, somebody doesn't like me, not my problem.
it is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
Yeah,
But I don't have any ill will towards anybody.
yeah,
I like everybody. I'm still like, I, I always tell people it lacks maturity when you have a problem with people. It really does. It lacks maturity. It shows where you are in life. It shows that you're not happy with yourself. It shows that your currency is run on a division of knowing who you are. And in life, you got to know who you are. That's how you know. That's how you truly know who who is who they are and who isn't. Is by the facts of how people are like. I hate that person. If you hate somebody,
bro.
you hate yourself because there's there should be nowhere in life that you are holding a grudge against somebody that you haven't seen in 20 years, 30 years, 10 years, 5 years,
Oh
2 years.
man,
Like there's just no way.
it
Like there's
blows my mind when I know people like that. We've known people like
yes,
that, family people like that.
yes. And it's just
Crazy.
it's sad.
Yeah,
It's sad to me. I'm sorry. It's sad. Even if I don't always have to agree with everybody. That's life.
right.
That is the point of living. It's to have great debates and to have disagreements. So to try to hate somebody because you don't agree or something that's happened in the past and you would never forgive them, that shows that you're lacking some maturity.
Yeah, you got to figure something out in yourself.
Absolutely.
If you're letting hate consume you, that's so
By
much wasted energy
Yes,
that you're
yes.
giving to something that truly doesn't matter.
So I actually I heard this one. I can't remember where I heard it from, but somebody was like, it's like making poison for somebody and drinking it yourself.
Bro, it's so
Like,
crazy.
that's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
That
It
you're
is.
literally got your mind so wrapped around something or someone when they're probably not even thinking about you. And the fact
Absolutely.
that you have invested all this hate and time
Absolutely.
and it's accumulated 20 years
Yes.
of your like, bro,
Yes.
read a book,
Yes.
have
I
a drink,
yes. No, something, anything.
something, bro.
Like I always tell people, and this is truth. A lot of people always ask me, because you're me and you are similar in this way, especially now that you're getting older. You're really like this, because they're always like, "Why aren't you mad? Or why aren't you this? Why are you that?" I'm like, the way I look at it is, before I get mad or before I get upset, because sometimes we do get upset. It's
Sure.
life.
Normal.
I always think the first thing I think is, does it matter tomorrow? Maybe. Does it matter in a week? Possibly. Does it matter in a month? Probably not. Will it matter in a year? No. Will it matter in 10 years? No. So at that point, then why are you letting something get you so riled up right now?
Yeah.
Like you have the control to think that way and to take one foot or one step in front of the other versus trying to like run around it, you know? And that's some people's issues. They're not thinking about tomorrow, they're just thinking about this second of anger. And you gotta get out of that like mindset.
and then trying to suck people into
Yeah.
their hate
Yeah,
for
yeah.
something or
Yeah.
someone. Like, bro,
I, man, it's such a silly.
it's
It is like I said. It's just it's lack of maturity. That's what it comes down to.
there was one of our favorites,
Okay.
Pedro Pascal.
Okay.
He was on a pod, and
Dude, I love Pedro.
bro,
He's hilarious. Actually want to talk about something because a lot of people don't like. I'll ask you after you tell me this, but go ahead. You first.
no, so he was on a pod, and basically he was like maybe talking about something similar to what we were just talking about, right?
Yeah.
And it resonated because I feel that exactly. He says, I can get along with everybody.
Yeah.
I just don't like everybody.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, that's exactly how I feel, man.
Absolutely.
Like, I can get along with everybody, but doesn't mean I like everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
That's just because that's just life. Like there's gonna be people that are just fucking assholes. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And those are the people you don't have to like. Can you respect them? Sure. Do you have to rebuttal back and forth with them? No. Just go, hey, have a great one.
Yeah.
That's it, you know?
Yeah.
Unless it's something about your kids, your family, and even then, family, kids, different.
Yeah.
You know?
Facts.
But family, they can handle their own business for the most part, you know?
Yeah.
You should never get into a family affairs, especially depending on who you're, getting into it with. But yeah, it's just it is one of those things where you just have to really think about like, okay, is it that important? Is it that big of a deal?
Yeah.
'Cause if it's not, who cares? You know?
What were we gonna say about our buddy Pedro?
I got a question. Do you think he's gay or bisexual or either?
All right, so
Because people try to pan. Go ahead, you first, and I'll tell you what I think.
well, from what I've seen, with him being Pedro and he's not in a character, right?
Yeah.
I don't know because again, I don't know the man
Yeah,
personally,
exactly.
so it's hard for me to give what could be a fair opinion of him.
Okay.
But just what I've seen in engagements where he almost borderline comes off disrespectful to
Why?
women who are like married already, right?
Okay.
He's very touchy, he's very
Yeah,
flirty.
yeah.
But then I'm like, it's just his personality,
Yes.
or he might be gay
Yeah.
because gay guys
Tend to be a little more touchy feely.
a little touchy feely. They have a
Yeah.
lot of female friends,
Yeah.
and the women are open to that because they
Yeah.
also know
Yeah.
it's like almost a big brother sister type of
Yeah,
love, I
yeah.
think. But then I've heard other
Yeah.
accusations that
Yeah.
he is, gay or homosexual.
Right,
Which
right.
I'm like, I guess I don't know. I border maybe he likes both.
Well, here's what I think. I think he might like both a little, but I think he panders to his audience a little bit more.
Why do you say that?
Just because.
Because he's got eyes on him, so he's catering to the audience.
Yes.
So it's not. So is it almost like a bit in a sense?
Yes, it's almost like his own thing where he's like, okay, well, I know my audience likes this about me, because he's very well marketed.
So he's just keeping the engagement. So whatever.
Yes. Especially because the way he looks at it
He's
is
just going with the motion.
yes. Especially because the way I think he looks at it is because he wants to stay, because the man has done a great fucking job at staying relevant for 3, 4, 5, 6 years at this point. You know.
Well, I think he's definitely reinvented his
Image, yeah.
image
Well, 'cause-
because he's been around for
So
years,
yes. Oh yeah.
20 plus, probably 30 years.
So yeah. So the first time I ever seen him was The Mandalorian.
That's the first time you ever seen him
Like
on a like a leading
yes,
role.
like a leading role.
Gotcha.
Then I watched. We're gonna go back to this. Community did a special, but they did like a COVID special,
Okay.
and he was one of the actors doing a role that was actually done for what is that guy's name? Dan? I can't think of his name now. It's gonna come back to me in a second, but he did that role because that guy couldn't do it.
Mm.
So it was like a lawyer role, which the episode, I think the actual COVID episode, hilarious because he couldn't get the lines down because
Mm.
it's about semen. So he kept he was dying at his like the very end of the episode when he's giving out the semen to everybody. Like it was the funniest thing because he could not get it down, which made it way funnier. Um, but and he didn't really come off like that,
Mm,
if that makes sense. He was very like I don't know, he just like us. But I feel like as like time's gone on, he's gotten a little more flamboyant, or he's gotten a little more like structurally like and give or take, he has two sisters, one transitioned, and then his other sister's a lesbian.
mm.
So give or take, maybe he's like, hey, I don't really care because my both my siblings are this way. Maybe if I just play this off, not even played it off, but just I'm comfortable with who I am,
Mm.
and that's who he is. Maybe he's just very flamboyant, and he's like, who cares? Who cares? I'll hold a man's hand because people don't realize, especially I feel like in Hollywood, either they're actors, so sometimes they'll do things for bits. Like I actually the bit I've seen lately, and I don't know if I sent you or not, but it was if Ryan Reynolds was if he was gonna win for an award, instead of kissing his wife, which is Blake Lively, he was gonna kiss Andrew Garfield for a joke. So instead, he didn't win, but the person that did win, I can't remember who won. But as the person's getting up, they're still kissing in the background for the joke. It's for the bit,
Oh my god.
And it's actors do shit because they're actors. Sadly, they have less insecurities. They're already doing shit on camera that the average person would be embarrassed about,
Sure.
right? So at that point, they don't care. So I think Pedro is just one of those people that he's very good at staying relevant. He's very good at knowing his audience and understanding like his PR is a K. Especially as you said, he's very touchy feely with women.
Yeah.
So he then if they see him holding a or a hand with a guy, they're like, oh, well, see, he's got a boyfriend, and to him, maybe he's like, they'll buy this, and because every time they bite, so every time I see him on camera, they definitely bite, and he just does not care because he's getting paid either way, right?
Well, I
He's making his
guess
money.
what we'll find out
Yeah, eventually.
episode 100 when Pedro's a guest,
Hey,
and
yeah, I was gonna say,
maybe
Pedro, come on.
you can ask him that. Since we're on him, before we shift really quick,
Okay.
is there a favorite character that he plays that really just sets with you in a movie or a show?
Probably Joe. He did such a good job
He
as
did a
Joel.
great job with
Man,
Joel. Yeah.
his like was the character. Like the wa- the good thing I can say about Pedro is he really studies what he's doing, and it's not just like let me try to do my own interpretation. No, he studied it. He clearly either played the video games or had somebody play the video games for
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
and he understands the character in and out.
Yeah.
So when you can just tell from his performances from that his character work is very good. But I will say the other character I really liked him in, now that I'm deeper thought about his character work, is the movie he did with Nicolas Cage.
I haven't seen it yet. I've seen
Oh my
clips, but I want.
gosh.
What is the name of it so I can search it? But I've only seen clips, and I'm a Nick Cage fan, so to have those two in a movie, I think I
Not
need to watch it.
not to bring out my phone,
Uh-oh.
but uh Nicolas Cage, Pedro. The unbearable weight of a massive talent.
Okay.
We'll watch. That'll be our next movie. We're also covering a movie. Well, we can make that our next movie we cover.
All right. Well, that's where I was going to lead into.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we had some homework this week,
Yes.
and my brother had a recommendation on a movie that
Yes.
he wanted us to watch so we can discuss it. And the movie was Bullet Train.
Bullet Train.
And I watched my homework assignment last night.
Okay. And I
Um,
watched mine today to keep it fresh. I'm a little more ADHD, I feel like.
So let me start by saying thank you for the recommendation
Of
because I had
course.
never saw it before.
Yeah.
And I'd like to hear your thoughts on this selection.
It's fun. It's fast. It's longer than it probably should be, but it never feels like it has a dull moment. Like everything feels meaningful. Um, I do like how everything comes together as the movie's going on, especially with Brad Pitt, because you just think he's this random guy, and then he's not. He's this trained, probably the best assassin out of all of them. Let's be honest, he's literally the one who survives and just keeps surviving, and that's not by luck. He might think it's bad luck, but in the reality, he has that good of luck, and not even just good of luck. He's that well trained. Um, but the movie itself has some parts where I was just dying laughing, where I just even the second time around because I only watched it once, I forgot some scenes,
Gotcha.
and I'd love to hear which scenes made you pop, like for characters and for things that you didn't see coming. But there was just some scenes that I just laughed. I couldn't. I was just like, I forgot about this. I was like, I forgot about this, and it's just so funny because there are some scenes where I was like, all right, I remember that, but yes, one scene in specific, which I'll ask you. I'll let you talk after this,
Sure.
but the Ryan Reynolds scene,
Carver.
yes, the Ryan Reynolds reveal. I don't know why that had me laughing so hard because the whole time he's in this situation because he's lazy
Yeah.
and he doesn't want to do the job.
Yeah. So, full transparency,
Okay.
it was hard for me to get into it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this movie. Went upstairs,
Uh-huh.
got settled, even had an edible. I was like,
Even an edible. Whoa.
go time. And I'm a Brad Pitt fan.
Okay.
He's not in my top
No,
guys,
but
right?
he's
But
our mom's top.
he's very respectable.
Yeah.
There's a lot of his work I enjoy.
Yeah.
Um, I like what he did with the character.
Okay.
This was not your typical Brad Pitt type of role,
No.
so I enjoyed how he created Ladybug.
Yes.
I think if it wasn't for him, I would have probably not finished this movie.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot going on. Don't
Yeah,
get me
yeah.
wrong. And I think it tied well at the end.
Yeah.
But I think you mentioned that it felt long.
Yes.
I think that's where, too, like, I think in the beginning of the movie, the first maybe hour,
Yeah.
because it was a puzzle that needed to be put
Yes, because
together.
you were building everything up.
Yeah.
Right?
It was just almost felt like they just threw all these ingredients and they're just,
Yeah. Cook it
because
up.
we're the audience, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because they obviously know
Yes.
like what they're gonna do. So it was very hard for me to really stay engaged, but
Okay.
I was following it, and I could just trying to figure out like what is going on here. I did eventually like how it all came together.
Yes.
And Brad understanding why he is who he is, or why he felt he was unlucky.
Yeah.
And the point of the film for me, I think, was believing in fate, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, because he was supposed to go there.
correct,
He was supposed to help them.
Correct.
And not even realize
correct.
that was his meaning of life is
He was
being in
meant to
that
be there.
situation. Yeah.
So Carver,
yes.
being Carver,
Yes.
that was always supposed to go that way, right?
Well, because that's what the elder says, right? The elder kind of. I was
Correct.
actually going to touch up on that
Yeah,
because it was the metaphor of life. It was like all this stuff happened. You did this, you did that
correct.
to get to this point. Because here's the thing: the same thing with the wolf.
Yeah,
If the wolf never comes on the train and fights him, he leaves.
yeah,
His mission's done.
yeah,
Nothing else gets set up. Movie's pretty much going to happen, but way differently. And it's going to be over.
yeah,
So the movie absolutely needed him there the whole time.
Yeah.
Everything that for that film, it all technically, you're not wrong. It all is layered to Brad Pitt's character.
yeah.
And he almost has nothing to do with anything outside of the White Wolf.
It gives
Of
you
the
that
wolf.
sense of he's just at the wrong place at
Yes.
the wrong time, right? But it's not.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite. Like that's exactly where he's meant to be.
Yes.
And everything that happens during that train ride
Yeah.
is exactly how it was supposed to go. Even in those moments where he's like, I gotta get off this train.
Yeah.
No,
No,
homie,
everything keeps pulling him
you
back
gotta
in.
stay on here because
Yes.
this is exactly how it's supposed to go. So I did enjoy that aspect of it. Like I said, it was just very hard for me to get engaged
Mhm.
until those pieces start making a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Again, I like Brad. I think he did the role really well. If it wasn't for Brad, though, like I said,
He
it would
might
have
have
to
pulled
be
out.
like another, because everybody else, if you think about it, cast wise,
Yeah.
they might not even be considered a B actor. They
Yeah.
might be like C classes, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not really big stars
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
So if he saved it for me, but also wrapping that up, I would give it, if we were going
Ooh,
out
you're
of
gonna give it a
10,
rate?
I give it a solid 7.
Give it a 7. I'll
And
give
that's
it like
that's
a 7,
fair. That's
8. Yeah,
fair. That's
I'll
fair.
give it like a 7, 7,
Yeah.
7.5, 7, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the action. Obviously there was some things I'm like, this is a little bit
Which scenes that you?
like when my man jumped on the bullet board train,
Oh,
the
at
other
the yes,
assassin,
yes, yes,
and he was running off
yes,
and I'm like, come on, man. And
yes.
then the fact that that train's going God knows how fast,
Oh yeah,
and he's hanging on, punching the
yes,
window, and he
yes,
breaks the window. I
yes.
was like,
Yeah, that's
stuff like that.
climactic
Yeah, yeah,
effects,
yeah. I'm
right?
like, that's
Yeah,
not really, but I get it. It's the movie, and
yeah.
they still want to keep the imagination
Right,
going.
right.
But yeah, I thought overall once it came together, uh, I'm happy that I made it through it.
Yeah,
But no, I think it's a 7
yeah,
in my book, but it was a fair watch.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, and I'll have to probably go back and give it another shot because
yeah.
I like to watch things
Well,
multiple
I
times.
watched, and again, what's funny is I feel like I enjoyed it more the second time,
Okay,
more than the first time.
okay,
Maybe it's because I already knew a little bit what was going on,
gotcha.
so it made it a little funner, and I wasn't like overthinking it or overhyping it.
Yeah,
Because and again, when I watched the first time, which who knows? I mean, sometimes I always tell people, listen, this is the truth. Some movies are meant to be watched in a theater. That might have been one of those movies.
like
Because
an IMAX or something. Huh?
yes, because
Yeah,
louder, it's in your face. You
yeah,
can't get away from it.
yeah.
There's no distractions from. There's just certain movies that are just Interstellar, made for the movies. Like these are theater movies. Like
Bro,
it's true
chills.
too, though, right? It's like
God, I
there's some
know.
movies you can watch at home, and like comedies especially, but there's some movies you have to watch in theater
Yes.
because the experience is saying like so much different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would give it like a 7.5 out of 8.
All right,
Like
so we were on the
yeah,
same
yeah,
page.
yeah.
That's
No, no. I figured you would like it enough. I'll say that.
who said we're half brothers. Who said that?
Yeah,
This guy on sync, man.
sometimes. So outside of Brad Pitt, though, who was your other favorite character?
What other character did I
Yeah.
enjoy? Honestly, the girl.
The girl,
Yeah, she was
the
like,
young one.
yeah,
Oh,
she had a, evil inside
oh
her,
yeah.
bro. That was, I was like, look at this chick right
Yes,
here.
yes.
And very, very powerful too.
Yeah.
Honestly, she was legit.
Master
Yeah,
manipulator.
she was legit.
Yes,
Um,
super master manipulator.
Yeah, she was definitely someone you could not ignore.
Well, here's the thing too, which made it kind of funny. I don't know. Now us talking about it, she was the opposite of Brad Pitt
Yeah,
because she got lucky.
and she thought it wasn't luck. She's like,
Yes.
nah, I
Yes.
everything good happens to me.
Yes.
And yeah, so she was like, it was like almost like if you want to even get like really like spiritual with it, it was like good versus evil, right?
Yes,
Like
yes,
God
yes.
and the
Yeah.
devil kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
aspect, right?
No, you're not wrong, and I guess I didn't even think about that. But yeah, because she was the polar opposite of him,
Yeah,
where he thought he was having bad luck, which his luck was good. She thought she was having good luck, but
her
at
luck.
the very end,
Yeah, she had
her luck
the worst
literally.
luck. Yeah,
Yes, her luck was the worst luck.
yeah.
So
So I think from and we love movies, right? And
yeah,
especially at this point, like of my life, where I really just dissect these movies I
oh
watch
yeah,
multiple
for
times.
sure.
Even watching that for the first time, I'm like, you cannot help but if you're a person who loves cinema, anyways,
Yeah,
and get invested in like the stories. Like I said, even though it was hard for me to stay engaged, but her character was someone you just ignored. Like she's
abs-
like this girl is scary almost. Like
absolutely,
and she's
absolutely,
confident,
absolutely.
and you could just see the wheels
Yes,
turning
yes,
with her, like processing or making her next move. It's
yeah,
like chess, right?
yeah,
She's literally strategic in everything she does.
yeah,
Even when she flips on her innocent girl
yeah, yeah,
victim
exactly. Because she
mentality,
plays like she's a
it's so
teenager.
good. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this girl, I've never seen her in anything before. I'd give her a solid B plus
Yeah, I was
performance.
gonna say she's like up until that point, and I'm sure she still does films, but she's more she does like next. She did a lot of Netflix films.
Mm,
She was a teen, like a teen romance
okay,
girl.
okay,
So that I think that was probably one of her more like prominent roles to
yeah,
get her out of that.
yeah,
And I'm not sure what she's been in lately, but 'cause that was what that movie's I think 2022
yep,
Bullet Train.
2022, yep,
So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure she's done other things that are probably more prominent now, but yeah, I feel like that was a role that where she was kind of getting out of that. Oh, I guess there was another one that was really funny. Another cameo, which was Chad and Tatum.
Oh yeah, he's
That made me laugh.
the sex stuff.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, is this the sex stuff?"
I was like, all right. I mean, it worked.
It did work.
It kind of helped give it a little bit more of a like a comedy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because if you read it, it doesn't say, and I'm like, it felt like a comedy
Yeah.
in ways, right?
Yeah.
Action, drama,
Yeah.
but it doesn't say that. It only says like think like drama, and action in the
Yeah.
the description. But it was funny in
Yeah, it
areas.
has
And like I
yeah.
said, even Brad's character, he
Oh yeah, he
made it
Yeah,
fun.
because he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't proactively serious.
Yeah,
He was in his mind. He was like, I don't want to do this job anyways.
yeah.
So his whole point was to try to get off that
Yeah,
train.
he was like, I'm just trying to build wherever I can.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm good. There's other people here. I could be somewhere else kind of thing. But yeah, I'll definitely give it a second watch
Yeah.
because you know how that's how I get down. And we'll see how the second round goes for
Yeah,
me.
sounds good.
My
All right,
man.
I'm out of here. No. I'm just kidding.
Well, we got about 10 minutes left.
Do we?
Yeah.
All right.
So
What do you?
episode 2 coming to an end.
Yeah, here soon.
Yeah.
So what else do you want to talk about before we?
Well, obviously, happy Easter
Happy Easter.
to everyone on this Easter Sunday.
Happy Easter. Ho ho ho. Wrong holiday. Who cares? It's Jesus. That's fine.
Yeah, no, obviously the first episode is a week in the making.
Yeah.
Episode 2's
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So we'll get this posted up after we get it uploaded and get some clips made.
So, what'd you do today?
So today I try to sleep in because
Okay, me
I
too.
worked yesterday. So
Yeah.
today's my day off and tomorrow's my day off.
Yeah.
So I try to sleep in. I think I slept in to around 9-ish, which is
Okay.
good for me.
Pretty good.
I laid in bed for a little longer, and then I already
Yeah.
know I was gonna take the kids to see the movie Mario today. So
It's me, Mario.
it's on me. I'm Mario.
Who was your favorite actor in that?
mm,
Chris or Chris Evans, not Chris Evans.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Why can't I remember that?
I don't know.
That's a weird. That's a weird reach not to remember.
I
like
don't
Chris.
know. Well, I mean, I don't think I have a favorite actor in that movie. I mean, obviously, who doesn't love Jack Black?
Yes.
But he wasn't the main.
Yeah.
Character.
Yeah, he's more of an outlet.
Yeah, he was kind of like a third stringer in this one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of focus more on, obviously Mario and Luigi. They introduced Yoshi,
Mhm.
the princess, obviously Peach, and then her sister. Baby Bowser was Bowser Jr. He was a big role in this one.
Yeah.
So overall, the kids enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. Excited to see the next one come out.
Yeah.
And then, so yeah, we went to the show, and then I got a workout in.
Yes.
Had to get to the gym. Went home, ate some dinner, showered, and then was
Oh.
looking forward to hang out with my little brother.
Mm. Did you end up going to opening day for a little while?
I did not.
No.
I worked until 6. Unfortunately, I was trying to get out and just to interact
Yeah.
with some people because so many people I knew was down there.
Yeah.
But
Same.
no, I didn't end up getting to go
Yeah.
hang out.
Yeah, I didn't.
But the Tigers won
They did win.
opening day.
Yes.
Fun fact, bro. I don't know if you know this.
Mm.
So they shared some statistics, right?
Okay.
Because opening day was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It touched like 72 or 73 that
Okay.
day.
Yeah.
Sunny. The last opening day
You could tell. Go ahead.
that broke 70 degrees
Uh-huh.
was in 1991.
You can tell.
Yeah. Because I think about all the opening days we went to.
Yeah. Well, it's funny.
Freezing, raining,
Yes. Just something
horrible, right?
Well, and the reason I remember this, because my friend Misty, shout out to Misty.
Misty.
She went, and I was like, oh, like maybe I'll meet you guys down there.
Yeah.
Like like hang out with you and your husband, Daryl. And she was like, I was like, how is it? She's like, it's so busy. She was like, it is not like it was in 2015. I was like, I think we went afterwards, but you're probably drunk.
Right.
But she was just like, it was just crazy, and I was like, Jesus. She was
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's horrible.
It got
like-
pretty bad after the day went on.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the clips.
People fighting.
Well, the teens
Oh, really?
They were on spring break this
Yeah.
week, so I don't know what the heck was going on.
It's just
So
a dynamic.
I work downtown, as
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and that Monday or Tuesday of last week, all these kids were downtown
Yeah.
causing chaos. The
Of
police had to
course.
come. They
Yeah.
arresting kids, and then apparently it happened again opening
Of
day,
course.
evening/night,
Yeah.
where all these teenage kids were in the city
Yeah.
causing problems,
Yeah.
fighting, getting arrested, and it's
Which is so
sad, man.
crazy.
Yeah, it turned a good day into a not so. It
Yeah.
didn't end great
Yes.
for
Yes.
us as a city.
Yeah, of course, because it makes us look bad.
It
It
does.
makes Detroit look bad.
It does,
And and Detroit's come so far. It's
man.
done so much.
Yes,
Like, especially like downtown going outwards. It's really becoming of something.
yeah. It's
And
unfortunate, man. And
yeah,
every time we have something good to celebrate, it seems that it ends with something just not
yeah,
pleasant happening, and it makes me sad to know that. But also, like, at the end of the day, too, for us, it's not surprising. Unfortunately, it's
no,
just sad.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, especially because right now this city is just brewing, man. It's cooking.
we're thriving, bro.
Yeah, man. Every time I go down there,
Bro, we're
sometimes I
back on
love
the
it.
map.
Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I don't because I'm like, we're different generations than this, but I miss the days where like just walking around drinking 40s. You can't do that no more. Clearly, you what do you give me that look? It's a real thing. What you did?
Walking around drinking
Hell
40s.
yeah, 40s, bro.
Learn something on episode
Yes.
2 again about this
We'll
guy.
talk more about the 40 drinks.
Oh my god, bro.
I think you might have met my friend Bert or Albert,
Maybe.
but so okay, we'll make this 5 seconds.
All right, we got about 4 minutes, so we
Okay.
got time.
So my friend David Razzo,
Yep.
which Rico, other Rico, we'll call him other Rico for the podcast, but he dated a girl named Christina. Christina's brother was Albert. He worked with us all at the same place.
All right.
So then he was in a band, hipster, at the time, especially back in the day at this point. But he had a band in a loft, like on State Street. But this was like before like State Street. Like
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
go down State Street, his loft is not there. Like this loft was crazy. One, they had a whole like this, but like all this just base, no rooms. So they would set up sheets between dividers.
Oh shit.
So he's the only one that had the actual bedroom because it was under his. But all his bandmates all had dividers. But so you used to party there, drink there, then we'd walk around drinking 40s. But on top of that, like right underneath him was an after hours. So we would go to like the after hours all the time. It was a weird place. But
That's downtown, baby.
yeah, that's downtown. But now I go by it and it's like this beautiful white building. I'm like, what the fuck did they do to this place? They messed up what was great about it.
Dan Gilbert probably owns it now. I don't know.
He does own like I think it's like 55 buildings or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like, do we have 55 buildings? But then I'm like, we probably do. Just like not even paying attention to it. But you don't realize how like there's that many buildings down there. There's probably more than that. But yeah, so he does. He owns everything. Do you see they're opening up luxury hotels? By the way.
I mean, they're trying to make a lot of stuff
Yeah.
luxury downtown. They
I
got
hate it.
some buildings that are coming up a little bit probably too expensive
Yeah.
for us as a city.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I
we'll see what
agree.
happens. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
I
right?
agree. Well, yeah, because in the Hudson building, they're trying to put like $600,000 lofts. I'm like, good luck.
Yeah,
Like,
we manage a building right down the street from my property, and they have like 2 floors in that building that are actually for purchase.
oh,
They're
really?
like 2 bedroom, like condos in a sense.
Mm,
Um,
cheap plug.
and they're like
Hear it here first.
1.3 million.
Not a cheap plug.
I'm like, oh, so somebody on a very high level
Yes.
would be able to afford
Yeah.
that. But
What would,
um,
yeah.
it's cool, I guess. I guess
Yeah.
it's cool to know it. But, not
What does
for
it even
me.
look like? Like that.
There's
that's,
nothing extravagant about it.
That's what I'm asking. Like,
Yeah, I got to see it, but
even if I had that kind of cash to, like spend ever in my life, like you would have to have like opening doors like by itself. Like once my face comes in, like like there's no way. There's just that's a crazy amount of money just to flex. Like Here
Yeah.
goes my normal whole, or here goes my normal apartment that everybody else has, pretty much.
Right.
So yeah, that's so strange to me. That's
Yeah.
such an interesting concept. Anyways, end the podcast.
And we're wrapping it up here, man. So
Well,
go for
that's
it.
all, folks. Welcome to the Hat Brother Experience
Yeah.
podcast. I am Rico Classic. He is
Xavier, and again, happy Easter to everyone out there.
Happy Easter.
And we will see you guys next week.